Hi there, DIY the Green Guy here, and I'm blowing the myth away that being green costs a lot of money. Stay with me for some tips, ideas, and we'll even have some fun too. I'll show you how to be green and stay green all at the same time. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you on the show. Thanks for joining me. DIY the Green Guy here, and make sure you subscribe, and we got a good one for you today. Green comes in a lot of shapes and sizes. One of them is this tree behind me which fell down. Well, a lot of people would use a chainsaw to get rid of it. It's in the driveway, but there are better ways, and one of them is an axe, and one of them is a bow saw, and there's also an electric way to do it. Now, before we get started, I just want to say, you always want to have some type of safety equipment on, like jeans, tuck in your shirt, wear a hat, and I've got a pair of sunglasses on here for eye protection before we even get started. So let's show you a few ways of taking out this tree which is blocking the driveway, and you're going to have to pardon the traffic sounds, and there's going to be other sounds. We're sitting in the city here. There's nothing we can do about it. So you're going to have to put up with it, and I'm sorry, but hey, here's one way, first way. Let's use an axe, and it works very well. Time consuming, but it works, you know, hey, axe. Now, see, a couple chops, and you're done. And there's a branch. Now we can also use a bow saw, which works for bigger types of branches. Like this. And you use a sharp bow saw, and it literally cuts right through without a problem. Bow saw works. Make sure the blade is sharp. Very easy, doesn't take much time, and you literally could cut this whole thing up. Now for those of you who want to go electric, and one thing I don't think is a very good idea is actually using a chainsaw. Chainsaws are one of the biggest polluters out there. They're non-regulated by the government. They're two-cycle for the most part. They use chain oil, which splatters all over the place. And yeah, you're going to get some people out there that say, oh, you can use vegetable oil. Well, sure you can. The problem is it doesn't lubricate very good, and you're going to go through an awful lot of it. So chainsaws in the green world don't work. And even electric chainsaws, although they're green running, you still have to have oil for the blade. So here is an idea that anyone who has basic tools around can use. This is a circular saw right here. It's my old circular saw. It has a carbide tip blade, and this thing works dandy for cutting down trees. Plugged in, make sure you have the right cord, and I've got an extension that's very heavy gauge. Plug it in, and this thing will cut down all these branches, and it'll go through this tree like crazy. Watch. Eye protection. Circular saw. And it's going to get a little noisy, so hey. Just like that. Piece of cake. Just like that. That's all there is to it. All I'm doing is using a circular saw and cutting all this stuff off. Anyway, that's an alternative to using a chainsaw. There's no oil involved. Make sure you have a carbide tip blade. Make sure the fence and the guard is intact, and you're good to go. Hey, that's a green tip from the Green Guy. So make sure you subscribe, and I'm blowing the myth away that being green costs a lot of money. We'll see you next time on the show. I got to get back to work. See ya.